It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
All right, Brendan Taylor here, Tru School Sports. I'm with one of the most dynamic and interesting fighters, not just in the light heavyweight division, but in all of boxing. My main man, Atif Olberton. What's good, Atif?
Hey, what's going on, man? Good to be back.
Yeah, good to have you on. It's been a little bit of time since we heard from you. You know, last time you fought the Russian Artem Brusov out there on Showbox. Now you're fighting January 12th against Cleotis Pendarvis. How you feeling about your coming fight?
I just pretty much feel like I'm gonna be 100% ready, no matter who the opponent is. You know, he signed the contract, so I just got to go in there and handle business, and you can't really take nobody lightly. So, you know, I'm just focusing and getting myself back in rhythm.
No, 100%. I guess the main question I wanted to ask you is, you know, since the Brusov fight in January, what have you really been up to? Like, what's been going on with you?
Life, you know. Fighting the battles that, you know, everybody don't see in the boxing world. You know, it's still real life going on outside of, you know, just the sport and everything, being as though, you know, family, taking care of family situations, you know what I mean, getting that understood, you know, everything else, you know, that need to pay the bills and take care of everything, you know, while I'm not fighting. And also I had a injury for a while. Yeah, my knee was messed up. It was, I wasn't able to run like I wanted to. So if I can't run, you know, I can't, you know, condition. So what's the point of fighting?
Nah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm glad everything's. It seems good because I watched the training videos, you know, with you and Tom, and you seem to be like real slick and ready to fight. So it looks like everything's good.
Yeah, everything good, man. Like I said, I just, you know, them battles that nobody see, I go in there and I face them head on and come out strong and beat them.
Well, that's part of being a fighter, right? Being a champion, being a professional. So
exactly.
Yeah. I remember one time you posted on your Instagram, it was a clip where I was going off about the fact that I feel like you should be promoted a little more by Al Haymon and whatnot. And, you know, seeing as like he just PBCs with Amazon Prime now, you know, has there been any conversations about maybe you fighting on Amazon Prime? Because that's a pretty big subscriber base. I feel like you should be exposed to that big audience.
I don't know. We'll see what the future behold. I believe I'll be the perfect face to fit into the Amazon Prime package for sure.
Yeah. Does that excite you fighting on Amazon Prime? Maybe like.
Yeah, if it happened, most definitely, I would love to fight on Amazon Prime.
Because everyone got Amazon Prime, right? A lot of people got Amazon Prime.
Part of history, you know. Like, you know, everything is history. Just like Showtime was history. I'm proud to be a part of, you know, Showbox before it ended. That's legendary. I want to do all legendary things.
Yeah, man. One legendary thing you did in your last fight is you had that cape. It was a black and yellow outfit you had going on. It said "Here to save boxing." What was all that about?
That's how I feel. Here to save boxing. Like, when the last time boxing really been like fun? You see what I'm saying? Like, AB in his prime fun. You feel me? Where it's like, I'm excited to see this. And it's just like, not only that, just real skills and real technical and real old school and just really how I need to be. You know, the science like we talk about. And I'm just here to bring all that stuff back. It's a lot of, you know, watered down stuff. They want to add this and add that, man. And it really just come down to if you great and is you great at this fighting thing.
No, 100%. So you feel like definitely you're what the boxing game's been missing.
Oh, that without a doubt.
Because even when I watch the training highlights, man, you don't like most fighters don't train like you. Like sometimes I feel like I'm watching a guy in the 80s or like the 70s because the way the rolling and the footwork and
that's how I wanted to be. That's how I wanted to be. Like I keep saying, I'm an old school fighter. I prepare myself. I watch these guys. I study these guys, man, because that's the bread and butter. Those the guys that was doing the thing, man. All the ones that paved the way before us, man. And a lot of this stuff is just watered down. And, you know, I don't know, man. I'm just here. I'm just here for domination, man.
Yeah, take over over the whole light heavyweight division.
Destruction.
Yeah. I know like the top of your weight. Like I mentioned this last time I talked to you. You know, they got better being built at the top, but like there's a lot of a big fights even outside those guys maybe closer to you in age, I feel like could be big fights for you. You ever thought about maybe some of the names you could fight at light heavyweight?
I'll fight them all. You can
Anyone?
line them up. You can line them up. You can put a ring in the parking lot and you can line them up. Everybody can park their cars and then you can come in and jump in the ring and you can get it. Then after that, he can get it. Then he can get it. Then he can get it. I don't pay attention to names. I just pay attention to me. And I learned this from, watching a lot of Pretty Boy Floyd growing up. Early on in his career, they was treating him a certain way. And, they talk about this fighter and this fighter and this fighter. He said, I don't care. All I do is focus on me and beat anybody they put in front of me. And I'm on that same time. It can go for anybody.
Okay, so you don't really care who it is.
It's up.
I got you. Well, one of the things that's been really intriguing to watch about you recently on Instagram, at least from afar, is you training with Tom Yankello, former coach of Paul Spatter 4. What's he like, Coach Tom?
Man, he a teacher, man. He gonna sit there and he gonna show you fight clips for days and show you different techniques and little technical stuff. It's the small things and the details and the tricks that, that's going to bring you to the next level. The stuff that, the regular eye can't see. And he breaks down film real good. He breaks down fighting real good. And he's just like, he's like an encyclopedia of boxing. And that's exactly what I want. I want a teacher around me. So there's not many teachers left. So all of these things, punching power, positioning, and it's just sharpening the IQ up. And I already know I have a crazy IQ. So it's just making it even better. So just being around them and being up under them and learning is a great thing, man.
What was the last thing maybe he told you, or the last fight he broke down with you that really that was something that you absorbed and it stuck out?
This camp, we've been watching a lot of Prime AB, like Adrien Broner versus Gavin Reese, just looking at the control and how you control a guy. And even with Larry Holmes with his good jab, his good slap jab, and his stiff arms and turning the guy and controlling the guy. So like just really stuff like that. Sugar Ray Leonard with the feet positioning and all those guys. And I got the abilities of all those old time greats.
Okay. Yeah. I know one thing he's big on, and even you, is pivoting. Like you guys seem to work on the pivoting and reverse pivoting a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just lit. Like, everything, man.
Okay. How close are you still following boxing? Because I know you say you don't pay attention to the guys in your weight class, but do you at least watch anything else in boxing right now, or no?
I've been watching boxing.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to pick your brain about, because I know I saw Stephen Fulton when you fought Brusov walk you to the ring. And I know he fought the monster Inoue. Have you watched Inoue fight at all?
I watched the first time I seen him fight was when he fought Cool Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about him? Because I hear mixed opinions. Some people say he's overrated. Some people say he's really, really good. What do you see when you watch him fight?
I think he nasty.
Yeah.
His attitude is everything, and a lot of people don't know the mental edge is gonna get you over the barrier. I see he real aggressive mentally. His mindset, he don't even got to say nothing. I can just see it in his demeanor, and his skills is nice too as well. He's
got a real destructive mentality, kind of like yourself when you fight.
Yeah. But shouts out to Scooter. I'm Cool Boy. Like that's his. I know him as, you feel me.
Scooter, yeah.
Shouts out to him too, man. He be back soon.
No, he's a hell of a fighter. I got a lot of respect for him, because even before he got to that point, he was fighting undefeated guy after undefeated guy, and then he went over to Japan. So you can't.
I'm sorry, bro. Somebody called my phone.
That's what I thought. But what I was saying is, you can't fault him. He did a lot before he even got that fight, and he came up short on the night, and he'll be back.
Yeah, definitely, man. What don't kill you makes you a man.
Absolutely. I actually wanted to kind of ask you about some of the guys in your weight class, even though you say you don't pay attention to them. There's a couple fights I think could be interesting for you down the road. You ever thought about maybe you versus, I don't know, Najee Lopez or Ben Whitaker, those kind of guys?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What do you think about those fights?
I think I come out on top with anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I heard there was a really interesting story that a fighter told me. I was interviewing him one time. It was a welterweight from the UK. You know Michael McKinson? Michael
Yeah.
McKinson. Yeah. He said he came to Philly one time and they made him spar you.
Do you know what? I didn't have my coach or anything with me, and I was going to these gyms, and even the coaches, they just didn't look. They just wanted me like they wanted to give it to me hard, and I had two choices: spar whoever they said to spar. I remember I went to the I think James Schuler gym.
James Schuler, yep.
Yeah, in Philly, and he looked at me and went, "You're not." The coach there looked at me and said, "You're not sparring the 147s. You either spar this light heavyweight who's on the US team, or don't spar at all." And I remember thinking, what's going on here? I remember calling back home, like, see what they're trying to do to me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to go in there. I'm going to earn everyone's respect. And everyone was crowded round the ring. And yeah, I sparred Oberlton. Great guy, Oberlton. But like
Yeah, he did. They try to put my man in the blender, but I ain't do that to him. I work with him. You feel me? We work good. Like,
yeah. Because I was like, he was telling me that. I said, no, that don't sound right. So I had to pick your brain about that. Like,
yeah, they did, but you know, it's weight classes for a reason, and I understand that. And that gym that we was in at that time, that's what they do to people. And you know, I ain't that type of guy. I don't like that. And we work, but don't get it twisted though. Like, he had hands. He was holding his own to where I had to pick it up a little bit more. And you see what I'm saying? It wasn't just like, oh, I'm working and doing it. No, like he made me work too. So
yeah.
he definitely.
Yeah, because that sounded messed up, man. He's from the UK. He's just trying to get some good sparring, and they put him in with the big ass light heavyweight.
Yeah, man, that's wrong, man.
It is wrong. So it is what it is, man. As far as you, like, what do you think it'll be like maybe like a year from now? What do you think it'll be this time next year? You think maybe next year you get a title shot, or you're knocking on the door maybe?
Honestly, I can't really.
I know it's hard to predict. It's hard to predict.
Yeah, I can't predict. I just see me like I'm just trying to stay active as possible to make up for the inactivity. I want to stay as active as possible, even more active than I was before, and just keep winning. And whatever comes out of that, and just keep putting my name out there. Just flood the streets like the rappers used to do the mixtapes, man.
Yeah, they used to hustle the mixtapes out the trunks and whatnot.
Yeah, you gotta keep hearing me, hearing this sound. And that's the type wave I'm on. Just keep hearing my sound, keep seeing me. I'm staying in your face.
That's how it's gotta be, man. I know in the gym, it looks like one guy that was standing in your face was Ivan Dychko. Y'all be doing some sparring? He's a big guy.
We got some sparring there, no headgear. Yeah.
Really?
Big dog. Yeah. That's yeah, we don't tuck no tails. Yeah.
That's crazy. How'd that go?
All jabs and stuff. Yeah, but that was good, man. Like, it was good for my morale too. Like, yeah, okay, big guy, come on. Gotta make me think. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he's big, and I know he hits really hard. He's a heavyweight. I mean, because he used to train down by me down in South Florida some years ago. So I know what kind of fighter he is.
Yeah. I gotta stay slippery.
Yeah. So I'm sure, like, you feel like maybe working with a guy like him has made you more defensively alert and sharp.
I always been real sharp defensively. I'm nasty with that.
I know that. That's why.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the survival. Like, whoa, I gotta get away from this. He's 6'9" and his arm all the way out here, and he got good control and all that. So it's like, all right, let me figure this out. He challenged my brain and make me better. So it's good for us. No,
100%. You mentioned staying in people's space. That people got to hear the Atif Olberton sound, like kind of like the rappers, right? Yeah. I know you're big on fashion. I know you're big on your music. What's been in the Atif Olberton playlist in the gym? What's been going on, man?
So this whole camp, I based it off DMX. Like,
okay.
you know, I've been going through some things, and his music been helping me get through it, man. You know, times been hard, but on the fun side, I don't know. I always go back to that classic Thug. I go back to Thug. I've been listening to AB because I was listening to him when
Adrien Broner.
yeah,
Oh man,
problem. Put a name on it, all that. I just be having fun, and I get mad when I get asked these questions in interviews because it's a lot of people that like I really like, and like I can look at my library right now and tell you, but that's going to disrupt the whole thing. You see what I'm
no,
saying?
I got you. We'll be here for 45 minutes to an hour going through the playlist. Yeah.
I got some people.
Yeah. I know. You're big on the music and whatnot. But last question on the music, then I'll go back to boxing. Oh, is there anything in your playlist that is in there that people would surprise people, like something that's not rap or hip hop or R&B?
Oh, not R&B, neither.
Like not R&B, not rap, like something completely off out of that realm. Like, what's one song in your playlist that if people knew it wasn't in there, they say, "Damn, you listen to that?"
I don't know if the world noticed if I said this before, but I listen to funk.
Do you? Oh yeah, I think you do because you were. I think there was a video I saw.
People know that Rick James. I listen to Atomic Dog by George Clinton.
Okay.
Y'all see me dance to that though, so that's like not even a secret no more, man.
Yeah. So okay, but that's probably where you get some of the rhythm from, right? Some of that rhythm and the shifting when you pivot and stuff. The funk music. That's that funk.
That's the funk, man. That's the funk.
Okay. I know you're really big on like I've seen you talk about. I've seen Gervonta Davis shout you out and whatnot. I know you're big on Tank. How you feel about Tank versus I don't know Devin Haney? Because everybody that's a big talking box right now. Tank versus Devin. That's a big fight. People want to see.
I said, man, take over everybody, man. Like Devin nice though. Like his last performance was great, man. And I met Devin in the amateurs, and he was a good dude. So that's why I don't like getting political, but Tank did what he did for me. So it's Tank over everybody, and he be holding it down. He been proving himself. He been proving he the best. So that's what it is, man. At the end of the day.
Do you feel like maybe you and Tank have any similarities in style? Because you're both southpaw, you're both pretty athletic. You think there's any similarities?
I think you just said it. I mean, I get fly. Southpaw. Dog. Dog. Yeah. Like everything you pretty much said.
Okay.
IQ. Yeah. Whatever you see and whatever the world would see, I would say the same thing.
Okay.
If,
Fair enough. I know when I was talking to you, you were talking about how one of the guys you used to watch a lot when you were coming up as a kid was Gary Russell Jr. You know, hand speed wise, that was your guy. Talk about that.
Gary Russell Jr. Soldier, man. Shout out to the that's my big dog for real. And you know, every time I see him is love, and he greet me with that, and that's real because you know it's a lot of love that don't go around in this industry that we in. And every time he see me, he embrace me. You know, I talk to him here and there. I know he do his own thing. He real family orientated, so am I. And when I'm watching Gary, I'm watching that speed, but I'm watching the aggressiveness and the dog and the mindset too. Like he'll sit you down. Like it ain't just about no speed. Like it ain't about the speed. He'll sit you down with that power too. Mean and like real aggressive. And like I look at like he has some tough fights, and people talk about his inactivity, but he had some tough fights to where an inactive person wouldn't be able to do the things that he was able to do. And he go in there and handle business and make it look like nobody's else's business. So like when I look at him, I'm really watching for that, and I'm just watching like it's like, all right, so I know how to carry it in that situation and everything.
Yeah, kind of like the way he puts his speed and his power together. The way he blends it together. Because a lot of fighters can't do that.
Just everything. He real composed too, man. He don't let nothing really rattle him. He don't let nothing rattle him.
He's kind of like that outside the ring too, like his demeanor.
That's what I'm saying. Even with the last fight with his injury, man, he was doing his thing, like for sure on a 100. Like with one arm, come on, what are we talking about?
Yeah, they got to give Gary Russell Jr. a little more credit than they give him, man. He was a really good fighter. Yeah, Atif, I know. How's your dad? How's your dad doing, man?
He doing good. He back home holding it down. You know, I'm out here in now. I ain't at home, but he holding it. He definitely the man behind the scenes doing this thing.
Yeah,
shout out to you, Pop.
Yeah, shout out to him and his barbershop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know you're still in Pennsylvania, but what part of Pennsylvania are you in right now?
I'm in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay. How far is that from Philly? Like a couple hours?
5.5.
Oh, damn. That's that's like Miami to Jacksonville.
Yeah. Oh, is that far away from each other?
Yeah, because Miami's down here and Jacksonville's way up here in the Panhandle, pretty much. So.
Now, how far is Orlando and all that?
Like 3 hours.
Oh, from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah. See, I don't want to make it too long. But before I end the interview, any final message you want to give to the boxer world just about your fight and what you got going on?
January 12th, the return of the electrifying one is back.
Lord Pretty Calvo, right? That's the
Calvo. Yeah, Lord Pretty Calvo. You know, I'm gonna make it look pretty every time. It's gonna look good. It's gonna go up. You're gonna keep seeing me now. I'm gonna keep it in your face. You feel me?
Got to hear your sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hearing my sound. You're gonna hear the punch waves. I don't know, man. Just keep watching me. I already did enough talking.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely keep watching, and anytime there's anything Atif Olberton related, I'm definitely gonna talk about it because you're like one of the top 10 or 15 fighters I would like to watch. Because I know
you put me up there, man. I appreciate it. You and your pop, man. That still got me from that time when he said, "What do you think about it?" He said, "Woo!"
Think about. Let me see. My man Mazuma says, "What do you think about Atif Olberton?" I think Atif Olberton is Al Haymon's best prospect, and Al Haymon needs to start fucking around and put Atif Olberton on nothing but straight television shows, co-main events. I think he's the future light heavyweight champion of the world. He reminds me of Paul Williams. Tall, long, rangy, speedy. He can box. He can punch. He can body punch. He can fight great on the inside for a tall man. He's awesome. I love Atif Olberton.
You've been saying that for a while, though, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Love is love, man.
Yeah,
love
well, you know what it is. We watch a lot of boxing. Like I'm up to my eyeballs in boxing every week. So we watch a lot of fighters, and a lot of guys you could watch them and you don't even think about them again until they have to fight again. But it's like when we see your name on the schedule, it's like, oh, he's fighting, like because you're excited. You're excited out the ring. You're excited in the ring. It's just like it's not just the fight. It's everything around the fight when you're fighting.
But that's why I said the whole thing about like when you asked me was I the missing piece of the puzzle, and I said, of course, you don't get that feeling from nobody really. Yeah, you don't get that feeling from a lot of people.
Nah, only the special ones. Only the special ones. So,
exactly.
God willing, 2024. I'm hoping you get like 3 fights this year because 3 fights this year, or at least
20. I'm trying to rack it up. I'm trying to 250 fights.
You're trying to go back to the 1800s
and all that. Yeah. I'm coming. Archie Moores.
Right? Okay. We'll tell Al we want a team to have 175 fights this year.
Give me your A card.
All right, Atif. Thank you, man.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks, man. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable Tru School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.